Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. Powering his way forward. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Tag! Liking 18!
They'll start on the ground with Price.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
You look at this Eagle defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go, here we go. Gravity Lions. Ready, ready.
Now Daniels. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
They'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 8, ready.
They'll go again here with Price.
They'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
This is taken around the 12.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. 19. Cowboy 80.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnett. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. At the 38-yard line.
Cut 19. Come on. Cook 19.
Looking to throw. Barnett drops it off for Coleman. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Panthers, 18, right in, go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got it. It's Escobar. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Barnett. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
His kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Gets past one man. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Ready? Lights.
Running here out of the gun with Price. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Here we go. Shot.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give running right. It's Price with it. And overcropped it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm leaving with a bag.
Here we go, here we go. 19 tight. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Daniels.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Cowboy 80.
Daniels looking to throw.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Price.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Cook, check, smash, check, smash. Ready.
Again, it'll be Price.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They'll look to run with Price.
And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Hey, smash, bro.
They'll run for it. It's Price.
And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Ready up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ready.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11.
Ready.
Coleman will try up the middle. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Nothing too fancy, just to carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Go.
Right back to Coleman here on first down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Practice. Get it. 65 to 6. Ready.
Back to throw. Barnett. Coleman has it here right side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the former Volunteer is Dylan Sampson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Barnett. And his throw is incomplete.
Intended for number 12. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 9 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Past the 60. Past the 60.
Back to throw. Barnett going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had it quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. And sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Got it. Ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. We know, but you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 38 now, here's second down at 7.
Come on. 60 Eagles, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Going right back to Price. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
70 Timberwolves.
Throwing now is Daniels.
That is caught. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
To the air goes Daniels.
Looking outside him, he's got a man. That's Price. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Out loud, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Price.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
To throw is Daniels.
This is caught. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll try and run. Here's Price.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Bronco 80.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Here we go. Stop.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Cowboy 80.
To throw from his end zone. Barnett. And Escobar has it left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready? Hey, smash Bronco. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
At the 13-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
This is Coleman with a grab. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here we go. Ready?
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Come on, set. Craft going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Commanders' 4-yard line.
Get it. Let go.
Coleman is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way down to the 39. Big yardage that time for Washington. 44 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll run on 1st down with Price.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Got a man, it's Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and they'll set up the 3rd down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Ready? Ready?
Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Bearing for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And oh no, it's incomplete. That's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Drop 50, drop 50. Come on, come on. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Barnett. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Come on, come on. Hey, 70, Wolf.
Back to throw. Barnett.
He's got his man. That's Coleman. Still going inside the 20.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Commanders 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Ready?
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels.
Open man is Shabuka. He's got it. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Go!
They'll give to Price running right.
And he has met half the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
To the right side and intercepted.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barnett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, this one was already... ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. And these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
On the ready.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
Ready.
First and 10.
Looking to throw. Drake. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back to throw. Drake.
Oh, he's got a bunker. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Short one there at Freiermuth.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll look to throw again.
Looking middle, and he's got a Ibuka.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and
3. 7 Pirates.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Drake.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A.J. Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Okay, ready? Steady.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2? Maybe even 3 more plays.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Go.
Sampson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You have to.
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Let's go now.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Drake.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 5
70.
at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Drake.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready up. Ready up.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
An extra point by Bass. Up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Commanders 17.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Tag! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready, ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Philadelphia, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week.